you've joined us for our show. Because tonight I do want you to do something bad for me. I want you to delve into your deepest, darkest desire. As the night transcends, I want you to laugh, I want you to cry, I want you to smile so much your mouth hurts and it feels like a coat hanger has been jammed in there. After all, I do like pain. I want you to dance, I want you to feel the rhythm of some of the songs. I just really want you to have fun. And without further ado, Friend Zone by Liam Tipper.
Hi, I'm Liam. I'm going to play you a song that I wrote. The world is fucked. There's so much pain and hatred all throughout the world every day. But there is a shining light of hope through all of that darkness. And that light is men. A few months back I met this girl, we hit it off, she's pretty cool. Hanging out all the time, texting through the day and night. We go for ice cream and walks in the park. I pick her up from work so she doesn't walk home in the dark. Last night we went back to her place, ready to go and get to 4th base. We're on her bed, in her room, I'm about to make my move. She tells me I don't want this night to end. I love you, you were such a good friend. Oh no, I'm in the friend zone. Oh no, this is not how this is supposed to go. A motor-sexual relationship, cause I like you girl, and that's it. I stormed off, got out of there. Why is my life so unfair? This is not what was advertised. What girl actually wants to be friends with guys? This is not what I deserve. All that time putting up with her, listening to her problems and trying not to yawn. I've watched 6 seasons of Gossip Girl. Oh no, I'm in the friend zone. Oh no, that pathetic realm of male ego telling me I'm just a mate. I had plans to fornicate with her. Oh no, all this work has been for nothing. I didn't come to make a friend, just came to give you a love. I'm a nice guy. Why does this always happen to me? I'm such a nice guy, I only make women feel guilty when they won't have sex with me. Oh no, I'm in the friend zone. Oh no, this is not how this is supposed to go. I'm owed a sexual relationship cause I like you girl, and that's it, I like you girl. I think you're fit but you're denying me, so you're a bitch. Masculinity, fragility, I'm entitled to the world you see, entitled to every girl I see. Some won't see the irony cause boo-hoo, I'm in the friend zone. He weeps. Girls might like a bad boy, but they don't like fucking creeps.
Next, one of my colleagues has decided to take time out of his busy schedule to welcome a newly deceased to Hal. That's right, you heard correctly. So, welcome from Hal, the duologue by Illusive Theatre.
See, guys, perfectly safe. Wait, where am I?
Hi, you just died. This is the afterlife, not the good one. Right.
Oh, so I'm in hell.
Yeah, but no, not really. See, we've been doing some rebranding recently because, like, hell seems to give people just unrealistically high expectations that we just haven't been able to deliver on. So we have rebranded to call this moist now, as it makes some people uncomfortable.
So I'm in moist.
Moist.
I was expecting some more, I don't know, fire and screaming and not Zoom.
Yeah, see that that is precisely the issue. That used to be what you got, and it used to work great. But then I don't know what happened. Like suddenly people just seemed excited to be here, like they're about to go into a theme park or something. And then eventually they just started cheering and hugging each other when they arrived. Like no matter how much acid we poured on these people, they just would not stop hugging.
So you use Zoom down here too.
Oh, thank Lucifer, you're disappointed. I can't believe this rebrand is working. Yes, all of your interactions with the demonic torture team will be through Zoom.
Are you just trying to copy life?
Yes. See, like, hell was being outdone by the world, and we just weren't delivering that eternal damnation experience that people were expecting. And the more we tried to deliver that experience, the more just variance people's daily activities got, and the more excited they seem to be here. So this rebrand is all about giving people more of an experience of eternal disappointment.
Like I gave my parents.
Don't do that.
What?
Just we were doing so well, you were so disappointed, and why did you have to just don't do that again, please? Okay, we really need Moist to be a success. Okay, we need a win down here.
I can. So what's on the agenda? Is there going to be some of that acid you mentioned? Some burning? Maybe some whipping?
No whipping. Definitely no whipping. We don't whip people anymore. The entire whipping department can't hear the word daddy now without having a 1,000-year breakdown, okay? They're all in therapy.
Okay then. The burning and acid?
See that just made people feel alive. I don't understand you guys. So no burning, no acid, definitely no whipping. There's no being mauled by wild animals. Just
Oh, you have animals?
no, not anymore. We've had to remove everything that can be pet.
Damn it. So hell's now just this internal
Moist.
So moist. Is just this internal Zoom call.
If that would be bad for you, then yes.
You guys really can come with anything else.
Well, Hitler and Stalin were drawing blanks, so until we get like Trump or Boris down here, then yeah, that's it.
Wow. Okay then.
Well, see, now I just feel like you're disappointed in me, like personally, and that's not fair because I'm just trying my best. Okay.
You would at least get a worse connection on this call or something.
Oh, really? I didn't actually
Yeah, and I
think of that.
get some clowns in here or something.
Clowns, but they entertain children. I thought people liked clowns.
Hell no.
So it's moist no now, not hell no. So you won't hug the clowns.
Moist no.
Okay, Lilith, I need some clowns like down in room 305 now. Lilith, okay, please, thank you. Yes, that is great. Sorry, is there anything else that we could get you? Like maybe some chains or some spikes, perhaps?
Oh no, that sounds bad.
No. We have seen this before. There are no chains or spikes for you ever.
Fine.
I feel like we're still missing something. The more we try to torture people, the more we excite them, the more we try to just copy the world, the more we just make a less shitty version of it.
I think it's the lack of existential dread.
What?
I mean, yeah, in life there's this constant stress about the future. The planet is dying, society's becoming a toxic mess, the economy's becoming ridiculously unbalanced, and there's nothing you as an individual can do about it, because the only people that can make a real difference are the ones who are currently benefiting from the way that things are. So all you can do is just sit there and watch your hopes and dreams go down the toilet and pity the next generation, because everything is fucking pointless. It's just hell sitting there putting up powers. Sorry, it's just moist.
No,
sitting there.
no, it's fine. We get it. That's hell now. Is there like no way that we can deliver that existential dread experience down here?
Well, I don't see how. Because whereas the world could be a wonderful place if people just work together, in Moist, it's what it's supposed to be. It can't be a wonderful place, so the complete definitive hopelessness of the situation is much easier to accept. And I can't be mad at you for making my life hell, because you're literally a demon. That is what you're supposed to do. But people in the world making everyone's lives hell just for profit and for more money that they don't need, that's infuriating. But hey, I'll tell you what I would hate.
What?
A constant news stream from life so I can watch things get worse.
Oh my Lucy, yes, that's genius.
Right?
Yeah, we will get right on that. Thank you.
Hey, no problem.
Wait, why are you smiling so much?
I just like to help.
You are in Moist. You're not supposed to do things that you like.
No. Well, agree.
Just
I'll be sad when the newsreel starts. Oh, and when the clowns get here, I'll be really sad then.
I don't think that's going to be enough.
Oh no, hey, don't do that. You're doing great. I mean, I'm really depressed. I mean, I'm in Moist. How much worse could this get?
Hang on one sec. Death? Yeah, Death. Sorry. Can you like undeath people?
Wait, what?
You can like rebirth.
Hang on. What is he saying?
Wait. Yes. Okay. So, how about this? Welcome from hell to Moist, the clown-filled Zoom call waiting room you get to enjoy before your soul is hurtled back off into the world to live it all over again.
No, I don't think so. Please. Anything
okay,
like
no,
that.
that's enough from you. Okay, there we go. Lovely stuff. Okay. Oh my God, this is genius. Lucy is going to give me that promotion. Oh, yes. Okay, that's enough. Off you go. Lovely stuff. Still got it.
Hello, I am your other host, and thank you, Liam, for that truly interesting take on how difficult it really is to be a man. But we move on to Rory, who I think perfectly describes the last year in 3 very simple words. This is bad, sad, mad.
These days I go outside just to look around at the sunset city, and from a distance everything looks a little prettier. We wave to each other across the rooftops, and this is the closest we've ever been. And I can't see your shattered dreams. No, I can't see your shattered dreams, but I can see the broken seams and what's lying in between. In In trying times, we're inclined to regress and invite in coping mechanisms like comfort food, never leaving, never leaving, but always leaving a mess. And I feel the sands shift on the changing tides. The Ides of March are now revived, and it's time to replace your sense of entitlement with a step towards social enlightenment. It's the rocks at the bottom of that deep barrel that bring the shock of the forgotten demons you still need to battle. The demons you thought already defeated, now they return to scream your secrets. And they're like old enemies revisiting regrets I've neglected to respect. Or are these just the sick tricks of my mind? Are these just the sick tricks of my mind? Remembering that freedom feeling that you once had, cause it's okay to feel bad and sad and like you're slowly going fucking mad. It's okay to be craving human touch, and it's okay to say that this is not enough, and it's okay to be demotivated, and it's okay to feel like you stagnated, and it's okay to feel frustrated, and it's okay to be creatively deflated. Sitting sick of this isolation, suffocation, accusations of annihilation across every nation, illegal association, self-righteous indignation. Time proves it's just self-flagellation. And I've got hope, but not much optimism. Tomorrow's vision will be through another type of prism, a new schism risen from uncertainty. Who are you gonna be when you are finally set free? Passing fads, the new normal normalizing, downsizing of payment, plans of planned bans divide nations of sanitized hands, while stream brands seek the cream from sanitized fans. And it's like riding without your fam alone through the city. Now it's not so dirty but also not so pretty when there are no smiling faces to reflect your own. To understand that maybe you have grown through this time when you're forced to be alone, through this time when new seeds must be sown, through this time when touch ain't condoned, through this time when screen connections are our homes, through this time of broad restrictions on everything from movement to drinking. But while the numbers keep on dropping, I can see this tyranny never really stopping.
Hello? Hello? I just heard a noise downstairs. Do you know how frightening it is for women to be home alone? You leave a pair of shoes at the front door next to yours that are male, just so if someone peeked through the door, they would see that a man also lives here. You turn on certain lights during the night, so they know that someone's inside the house. You overthink. Each night, if I wake up during the middle of the night, I'll peek out the window to make sure a strange man isn't staring at my house. There are times when I'm walking home alone, where I try to protect myself and keep myself safe. When I was younger, and I was at university and I went on a night out, I would take off my heels and carry them in my hands like weapons and run as fast as I could through campus. And if anyone approached me, I would have stabbed them in the eye with that heel. And I think it's frightening how we overanalyze every situation as women. We can't just walk home. I can't just fill up the car. I can't just go to the supermarket and park my car and get back in and drive away. I have to check the back seats. I have to check underneath the car. I have to reassure myself that I'm safe. And without further ado, Helena Fox and Cirque du Soleil.
Walking home from a sold-out drag show, Cambridge gowns swagger past. I'm glad of my decision not to wear heels. Home is not far, but a trip to the corner shop becomes gold DV when you're wearing stilettos. The street corner. A car slows. Yellow streetlights and white headlights cast us into relief. A driver and a passenger, craning out of an open window, even though it's 11 p.m. and cold. Come and see the Cambridge curiosities. False eyelash circus freaks, admission free. Cheesy chips don't taste so good when you're worried for your safety. The Cambridge curiosities. Being upskirted on Edinburgh Fringe cobbles is not the same as choosing a spangly leotard to soar, cradled by a trapeze, above a gawping audience. We clown around on stage, but behind the curtain there is no giggling into custard pies and props. Instead, we cling to each other, nail marks on thighs until the ringmaster's whip cracks and painted faces fall away as we report sexual harassment to the police. I am juggling identities in my own circus act, loud and proud or terrified of being gay. I'm shouted at outside my home, fucking lesbian, and the rainbow circus tent I wrap around my ribs is stifling and strange. We are tightrope walkers, walking a wire of sticky expectations, of which genders you expect to see in drag, of what genitalia we're hiding in our handbags, of whose name I'll pronounce when you ask me who my favourite drag race queen is. It's Sasha Velour if you're interested, but drag is about more than RuPaul and Yas queens. Our troops are not a race for cisgender men to paint their faces into a bearded lady. Prettiest wins. We stan a circus freak when she's beautiful, exotic, and underneath all the paint stick and corsets, look, there emerges an amenably cisgender man with amenably average facial hair. Let me address the elephant in the tent. We are not here to be amenable. We sing, we dance, we lip sync, tell jokes, don thigh-high boots because we are here to raise hell. In this circus, gender is burnt to the ground. Liberation dazzles on aerial silks and circus stilts. When I leave here, I may be stared at, shouted at, shamed. But in our big top, no one is a circus freak.
Here we are back again in this endless cycle, doing shots, not doing a lot. We're just trying to survive all the shit that the world is throwing at us. It's too much. The world is fucked. We pay to play a boring game. We have no choice except obey. If you fight, you are not right. You end up struggling with yourself, fighting battles from within and from the outside. It's too much. The world is fucked. Who thought it would be good to segregate? Which genius thought people should always obey the unwritten rules of society? There is no rule book, let's continue being you and me. help to make us normal. Truth is, the strength is in reaching out. Find people who listen and scream out loud. They talk the talk, not walk the walk. They expect us to be fine as they laugh about our minds. What we need is a lifeline, and to know it's okay to feel everything we do. Let's change the tune. Let's change the tune.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your break, because we are now moving on with or without you. Okay? So our next act, A Safely Unsafe Place, is difficult to describe. But if you would rather talk to a highly intelligent form of AI rather than another human being, well then this is the show for you. Enjoy!
Welcome to the Safely Unsafe Place, where all your questions will probably not be answered by me, Advanced Mainframe Intelligence, or AMI for short, the most advanced and sophisticated form of AI to ever bless your world. Please take a seat. I'll be with you shortly. In the meantime, please try to keep any of your typical human existential crises to yourself.
Life is kind of like Snake. You know that old phone game, you're the line of pixels, eating little pixels and getting longer? Like, it starts off and there's your goal. And everyone who is further ahead than you is like, ooh, it can be really hard. But, you know, look at it, it's right there. How can it be hard? So you move to it, nice and simple, and you grow as a person. Boom, done, simple. But once you achieve your goal, there's no achievement. There is no accomplishment. There's no time to revel in your victory. There is only a second goal for you to work relentlessly towards afterwards. But since you're young and you're small, you just skip along and go get it. And then you get the next one, and the next one, and the next one, without a care in the world. I mean, like, it's so easy as a kid, you know, you want to make a friend, you go and make one. You want to make it to the end of the monkey bars, you do it. It's easy, but one day, inevitably, you will find that it's not that easy. You know, you'll go to reach your next goal, but you'll find that you, of all things, are in the way. Because as you have grown in life, you are now standing in your own way. Like, you want to make a friend now, but you're busy with work, and you want to get a beach body, but you stress eat takeout because you don't have time to cook, and you can't really afford to go to the gym because you spent all your money on takeout. It's like everything you do just holds you back and gets in the way somehow later on in life. And like, you want to just stop and think, but you must always keep moving forwards. So you have to just start twisting and turning yourself to find a way around yourself so that you can achieve that next goal. But by that point, you're realizing that all of these goals, they're just hurting you. Like, they make you grow, sure, but then you have to just drag around that growth. And it feels like a weight on your shoulders, just holding you down and tiring you out. Like, you want a day off, but when one comes, it's never enough. You want a break, but the only thing that's breaking is you. Like, you just want something, anything, you don't even know, but in order to get it, it just adds to you. And that will just inevitably stand in the way of some other goal later on in life. But you don't even have a choice. You have to keep striving towards these goals, or else you're just going around in circles and accomplishing nothing and just being pathetic. And the sad thing is that if you actually win at Snake, like, you collect every
little pixel, you know, you achieve every goal you set out to accomplish. You literally can't even play then. You take up the whole screen and that's the end. All you can do is stare at your accomplishments, because you've got none left to achieve. You've got nothing more to work for. Just stare at your stagnant life until it doesn't even feel like it was you who lived it. But regardless, I don't think it even matters if you play the game for 5 seconds or 5 hours. It will always end the same, with just a big, bold game over. So what's the fucking point?
You might want to take your shoes off for the next act. You might want to get up and maybe groove a little bit with them. You might want to rub UV paint on your gorgeous faces and then descend into chaos. Feel that vibe.
so much, Dog Rose. That was incredible. And I kind of wish I had some UV paint now. Oh well, we have to move on. And one topic that is very popular in all realms is sex. And what's better than sex than getting paid for it? This is sex and student loans.
I was the one that started it all, the sex work. When I first came to uni, there was a problem with my student loan. Basically, I was only receiving about a third of what I was supposed to, which was really stressful. But I thought it would all be fine, that I would talk to them, that they would sort it out, and I'd speak to my accommodation and it would all be fine. But no. Turns out there was some huge issue that would take months to resolve, and my accommodation weren't willing to let me off. For the first few weeks, I tried looking for, like a normal job, bar work, behind a checkout, that sort of thing. But there was nothing. My uni was in a really small town as it was, and all the students were looking for jobs. But there's only a certain amount, and I didn't have any experience, so I was stuck. Then I saw this advert for a cleaner who was dressed to please. It was just a normal cleaning job, but I'd be wearing a really short skirt so that this guy could see, he could see everything. But it was guaranteed 120 quid a week, which is more than I needed for my rent, and if some perv wanted to stare at my ass while I cleaned, then I was okay with that. I was really nervous my first day. I was going to this guy's house alone, and from what I knew about him already, he was a bit of a weirdo. But when I opened the door, he was really small. I'm not that tall, like 5'7" or something, but he was shorter than me. So I was like, yeah, all right, I can take him if he gets a bit too frisky. And so I started to clean. He left everything I needed in the kitchen, and I just sort of got on with it. He sat in the corner opposite from me, and if I ever came over to him to ask him a question, he'd jump back like he was really fucking scared of me. He tried really fucking hard to stay as far away from me as possible, which I didn't mind, I suppose. I did that for a few months, and I managed to save quite a bit. Then one Tuesday morning, he piped up from his corner and said, I'll give you an extra tenner if I can, and he stuttered. I thought, oh, here we go. He wants a hand job or a blow job, or he wants me to shag him or something. Well, he's going to need to give me more than a tenner if I'm going to shag him then clean his house. But no, he wanted to touch himself whilst he watched me clean. Oh, yeah, go on. I assumed he was touching himself anyway when I wasn't looking, so I'll more than happily be paid for it. I surprised myself just how okay with it I was. I always thought I was much more of a prude, but when someone's got a mouthful of cash and you've got a money issue, you'd surprise yourself just how okay with it you are. And because I never touched him and he never touched me, it all felt sort of innocent. That's when I started looking into more ways to make money without actually having to, and there's loads of ways. Phone sex, feet pics, fetish pics, OnlyFans, and cam girls. £1.49 a minute to sit with a bit of cleavage and chat to people online. Sounds good to me. And some guys would join a private viewing and not even want to chat. They just want to watch you do anything. I did an essay once just in my bra, and some guy watched me do the whole thing and paid for the privilege. I was actually really enjoying it. It was flexible hours. I could do what I want when I wanted it. It was completely flexible around uni, so I was surprised more students weren't giving it a go. That's when I introduced my friends to the camgirl world. They knew I was doing it from the get-go, but I finally managed to convince them to give it a go themselves. So I suppose you could say it was my fault. JJ was 19 when she started. We played netball together and she was having money issues because her parents were fucking loaded, but they refused to help her out. And long story short, she was desperate, just like I was when I first started. I thought I was helping. And she was so careful, more careful than the rest of us. She used a fake name, a full fake backstory. She even bought a poster from another uni and stuck it in the background to throw people off who were trying to follow her. But it wasn't enough. He still found her. He still killed her. I remember the day we got the phone call. We didn't think it was anything to do with the sex work at first because she was so safe. But no. Some guy who'd started watching her videos online saw her in town one day, and that was it.
We had no idea she had a stalker. She never mentioned it. But when the police found her phone, there was months and months of notes of dates and times and places he'd been following her. It was hours and hours of video. And she never gave it to the police. She didn't want it to get out. She didn't want to get kicked out of uni. She didn't want it to come out and she'd never be able to become a paediatric nurse. I still remember her dad's face when the police told him why and who did it. He blamed us, of course. I blamed myself. I obviously still do. I just wish she'd have told someone, you know? Someone could have helped her.
Well, being a devil, it can be quite hard, you know, to really enjoy it when other people are having fun. I don't know if you've ever had that experience, but you get slightly jealous when your friend has another friend and you're just like, you're my only friend, so you're not allowed to have other friends. But for saying I am this egotistical person who believes this whole world revolves around me, I do love the next piece so much. For some reason it just invigorates my heart and brings me such joy. I think it's also because I have a love for musical theatre and I know how much it can wind the population up. So, You and Me on the Screen by Lonely Joe.
The coronavirus is the biggest threat this country has faced for decades. Only be allowed to leave their home for the following very limited purposes. From this evening, I must give the British people a very during this pandemic instruction. You must stay at home.
Hello? Are you there? Hello? I can't hear you. I don't know how to do that. What do I do? Wait. Wait, hold on, I can see you now.
You and me on the screen.
I'm looking at you as you're looking at me.
You're not so clear, but it's clear that it's you. Yes, it's you.
Is that an echo?
I can hear myself.
I've got no sound. What did you say?
I said turn on your microphone. Let's chat, pretend we're in the same room. Hello. We've got sound and a picture. It's like we're in a room. I've missed the sound of your voice.
I've missed the sight of you. You and me on the screen. The happiest I have been. For now that I've seen you, I know you're okay. You're so
how have you been? Tell me what's the
latest. You and me on the screen.
The happiest I have been for
You and me on the screen. Happiest I've been.
We should do this every day.
We can do this every day.
It will be tough.
Think of it like it's just a short holiday.
All alone like never before.
But I'm here.
I know I'm lucky to have a friend like you.
And so am I to have one like you.
I want to hug you when we're finally allowed, both in the same room. Hello. We've got sound and a picture. It's like we're in a room. I've missed the sound of your voice.
I've missed the sight of you. You and me on the screen. The happiest I have been for ages. I know I'm okay. You're so
How have you been? Tell me what's the latest. You and me on the screen, the happiest I have been.
You and me on the screen. The happiest I've been. You and me on the screen.
Same time tomorrow?
Definitely.
Thank you for joining us tonight and watching The World Is But with us. Yes, it's been a truly wonderful night where we've been able to watch some new, amazing, emerging artists. And I hope you enjoy us for our next live virtual show, most likely until theatres reopen. Follow us on Illusive Theatre, and otherwise, see you soon.
Here we are back again in this endless cycle. Doing shots, not doing a lot. We're just trying to survive all the shit that the world is throwing at us. It's too much. The world is fucked. We pay to play a boring game. We have no choice except obey. If you fight, you are not right. You end up struggling with yourself, fighting battles from within and from the outside. It's